Hello, and welcome to this lesson on the this binding in Svelte. In this video, we'll learn how to access DOM nodes directly from within Svelte. The this binding makes it possible to access DOM nodes directly from within Svelte. If you're familiar with Vue or React, the this binding is similar to refs. For example, let's say we have an input field with some data as its default value. We want the user to be able to click a button to copy the contents of the field. To be able to access and manipulate the input, we need a reference to it. The this binding gives us that reference. To get a reference to a DOM element, we bind to the this binding on the element we want to reference. Then, we store that reference in a variable. For the demonstration, we'll use the example from earlier. In the markup, we have a text input field with a default value. We also have a button that we want to use to copy the content of the input field. We've already set up a function to hold the copy logic and bound it to the button with a click event. So, we start by creating a variable called inputRef to store the reference. Then, we go down to the input field in the markup and bind this to the variable. Now that we have our reference, we can use it in the function. So we'll use inputRef.select to select the input. To copy the value, we'll use the clipboard API, so navigator, clipboard, write text, then we specify the input's value with inputRef.value. The write text method returns a promise that we need to await. That also means we have to mark the function with async. If we go to the browser and click the copy button, it copies the link in the input. We can switch to the editor and paste it anywhere to confirm that it works. It should be noted that the this binding works on every element and component. Alright, that concludes this lesson on the this binding in Svelte. In the next video, we'll learn how to handle HTTP requests in Svelte with the Fetch API. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one.